Okay, now it's working. Seems that it's working. Something is happening. Okay. I think that's fine now. And then I should also probably modify that list. Let's see, projects, draft letter pattern. Okay, I don't need that. Make a sleeve mockup and make a color mockup and also draft a pattern for a color. Okay, this should be fine. And now let's get started, I guess. So, are there any instructions on making the back skirt? This is page 20, 21, 22. Yeah, that was the sleeve system. Anything about making? Turn up from... I don't remember when I ended up. The depth of cuff, 3.5 inches. This, however, is purely a matter of taste. When cutting the underside, button stand must be on the left side of the bottom. And button cuff is desired. We advise leaving all inlays that may be desired down to hind arm, and that preferably on the top side, so that if utilized, the seam would go further under the arm. A turn up from 1 to 1.5 should be left at the bottom, so a turn up from 1 to 1.5. 1 to 1.5. I don't see 1 and 1.5. Or maybe that's supposed to be the size. A turn up from 1 to 1.5 inches should be left at the bottom. So that I need finish made at the part at the bottom. If used with judgment, the sleeve system will be found to work admirably for all cases of customers and all styles of shoulders and skies, narrow backs being provided for by an extra distance between 7 and 1/4 and 12 and a half. 7 and 1/4. Where was that? Am I looking at the correct diagram? by extra distance between 7 and 1/4 and 12.5. Oh, here, extra distance, and here, diagram 8. Provided 4 by extra distance, what was that? Narrow backs being provided 4 by extra distance as between 7 and 1/4 and 12.5. So more depth from O to 5 and 1/4 and vice versa. Yeah, so in here it's 5 and 1/4 and I have 4.5. So it doesn't seem consistent. The remark we need further make is that for working men and shooting garment, it may be well not to hold the sky quite as much as shown on diagram 15. 15, this one. I still don't fully understand which one is that. Down the bottom, so this is the bottom. And this would be the front. No, this would be at point F. Okay. What's the next point? Not as much as shown on diagram 15. Plenty of fullness will be found at the sleeve head. And in putting it into sky should be kept fully 1 inch away from shoulder seam. And any there may be in the underside should be kept quite at the bottom of the sky. Finish is illustrated. I think this carport will soon fall off the window. Okay, bottom sky illustrated. It must be borne in mind that very much of the success of the sleeve depends on the fit of the body part. And as a rule, it will be found that those skies that fit closest up to the arms as easiest to fit with good sleeves. But we are also aware that of the fact that many customers object having skies of this sort. Can be found that those skies fit closest to the arms are easiest to fit with good sleeves. But we are also aware that of the fact that many customers object to having skies of this sort, and then it becomes necessary to have extra surface material in the sleeves in order to prevent any dragging when the arms are moved. Have extra surplus material in the sleeves. For it must be apparent to even the novice that if any portion is taken away from the sky, that is actually required, a corresponding compensation must be made in a sleeve if the result is to be satisfactory. Thus we have described in detail the various parts, the various operations involved with drafting code. The student will master this thoroughly. I'm not sure about this 1 inch. how am I supposed to cut this? This was 22, this is 20. 23. Morning code, the system. Special features, some fashionable fonts. A few hints on making. If tailors generally could be impressed with the fact that they are making garments for human beings, with prominences of breast and seat were located, and necessity of providing proper receptacles for them, and without the wholehearted cooperation of the workmen. Side body. The side body diagram 2. Manipulation. This is not the one. Side body diagram 2. Side body. The inlay down the starter can be great service. Side body diagram 2 has a small inlay shown by dotted line. How about diagram 5? The under half sleeve, diagram 5, has the usual inlay at the back and small one as shown by dotted lines at forearm. One of the finest inlays. The forepart. The skirt. What is that? This is 32. 28, 31. Where's 29 and 30? Oh, this one. Yeah. So the forepart, facing, and the sleeves. Let's see. This is about the forepart. I will probably read all of that a bit tomorrow. The facing lies clean and fit to the forepart before sewing on, or before sewing to. Shoulder seam. The sleeves being made carefully base them and keeping at the top fullness well over front shoulder bone. Under diagram 1 to 2. Wait, what? Diagram. Oh, diagram 3 from 1 to 2. Diagram 3. This is 3, 1 to 2. And under fullness well in the under from 1 to 2, diagram 3. So the back of sky with the tight hand and front a little easy. All fullness should be well pressed away before sewing in. The collar should be thickly padded and carefully blocked into shape. Keep it on plane across the back, easy at the gorge. Handwork is far preferable to machine in majority of cases. Yeah, in diagram 6, this is still sleeves. Handwork is far preferable to the machine in the majority of the cases. In case of the body seam coated with machine, of the coat with machine. Diagram 6, this is already that part. Front view of the finished garment. Diagram 7 illustrates the back. This is what I contend to be out of in the manner, the run of the pleats, position of back tag, and the run of waist seam in this part of the coat. 4 points to aim at the garment. Many morning coats are made up with flaps across the hips, either sewn in or sewn in with the waist seam or little below it. At one time, cross-pocket coat was looked upon as the businessman's coat, but it is now worn quite as often by the aristocracy. The diagram 33 showed diagram 33. Are they sure about 33? Oh, the diagram on page 33. Okay, never mind. Finished front. Yeah, there is this flap. Shows the style adapted to the businessman, whilst the diagram on page 35. Oh, this one is 33, never mind. 33, 35. This is 35 for worn by aristocracy. Do I want a piece of garment worn by aristocracy? Okay. Cross-pocket morning coat. The draft of these coats does not differ much from the previous one. Okay, shoulder. The sleeve should be arranged with a decided forward hanging tendency. Coat system and some making. And some making again. Morning coat for copy of figures. I want more details about the sleeves. The skirt. This looks like the sleeve. Calf details. Various styles, positions of the seams. This looks like the sleeve, and it looks like it's made from two separate parts. So it would have two seams, one in the back and one in the front. I should probably check that. Look for some pictures. What is this? Over shoulder, front shoulder, second sweep of the front shoulder. There is something about the color. Okay, that's the end. So I'm still not sure. Let's look for some pictures. Screen. And I'm not visible, but whatever. Okay, morning coat, images. Maybe antique morning coat. Item unavailable. I don't care about the item, I want the picture. This is quite stupid. Like when I'm clicking at something, I want to zoom in, but this one is smaller than the normal size. Yeah, I don't think. Maybe? No, I don't think that's the seam. Yeah, that's definitely not a seam. That's just my monitor being dirty. interesting. One of those stupid pockets in the tails. Or even two of those stupid pockets. So there is one seam at the back. This looks like a seam, but I don't know if that's the only one. Yeah, that's clearly a seam at the back, and I don't think there is one at the front. So this one is not made with two elements. Any messages? Nothing. That's not it. Yeah, I think I will have to make that. Is that called a pleat? No, I don't think it's called a pleat. I think a pleat is when you can like pull it, spread it. But yeah, I could use probably something like that. I don't remember how it's called. Yeah, and here I also don't see anything else. And this is not the type of cuff that's shown in the manual. Actually, let's look at this one. Yeah, that also has normal straight sleeves. I hate Pinterest. Save image. I want to open image. Download? No. Visit? No, very helpful. Okay, what else? This one is from Pinterest, so useless. This, vintage morning coat. Is it a morning coat? It looks quite weird. I don't think it's a morning coat. Yeah, it's not a morning coat. This also doesn't look like a morning coat. Yeah, I think the seam should only be at the back. So this confuses me a bit, because in that case I don't understand how I'm supposed to cut it out, because it's curved on both sides. Yeah, I will just cut it and do trial and error. This is supposed to be straight. Also, don't you think it's quite big? Okay, so I have this, and maybe I will look at the pictures again. Where that was? Yeah, this one. And this one. Diagram 5. Facing, sleeves, hints on making, manipulation. And the under half sleeve, diagram 5 has usual inlay at the back with small one shown by dotted lines on the forearm. This is very confusing. The under half sleeve, diagram 5, has usual inlay at the back with small one as shown by dotted lines at forearm. Inlay at the back with small one as shown by dotted line at forearm. So here. If so, then it looks like it's supposed to be cut in two pieces. Maybe on some of those fashion plates, I guess, I will find something. This was supposed to be, let's see. Now I'm lost. Yeah, this one. It was supposed to be from here to here. So, if it is in fact cut in two pieces, then one seam would be at the back and the other one would be somewhere in here. So on those pictures, I was looking at one somewhere in front in here, but I guess I wouldn't see it in here or in there. Yeah, there's nothing in here. There is a line in here, very faint line. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a seam. Here there is a view from the back. Well, it's not really mooring coat, but a coat. It's a coat, and there is one seam at the back, but nothing is very visible from the front. Maybe I should look at the PDF. Let's see, screen again. Open. What? Okay. This. I prefer paper. Paper doesn't load so slow. This is the sleeve, and it clearly looks like it was cut into pieces. This clearly looks like a seam, and these would be the ends, so another seam. Nothing in here. There is nothing, well, there is a faint line in here. Maybe that's supposed to represent the seam, but I wouldn't be sure about that. Hand dress code. Keep fullness of the waist, round pleats skillfully. Maybe I should adjust the camera. It was with Alt. Okay. So what was I looking at? Around the pleats skillfully manipulated. In making part demands more lapels. In sewing shoulder seam, keep the back between lapel collar, the end. The dress code by Huntsman. By Huntsmen at their dances and balls is card illustrated at plate 18. Plate and 18. I don't see plate and 18. Anything about those two diagrams? Dress code, here is description of dress worn at the handball. Yeah, not useful. Nothing in here. Some fancy code. This is clearly a seam at the back, but it's hard to say at the front. Yeah, nothing useful here. There are suggestions, but nothing definitive. That looks like a seam. Kind of. Okay, that definitely looks like a seam. So that would suggest that it is, or it's supposed to be cut into pieces. Okay, I found this, not sure if that's what you're looking for. Let's copy that. See originally, decline all. Original listing. It's hard to see anything. Yeah, thank you, but that doesn't really help that much. I want to, well, main cam. So this is the pattern for the sleeve, and it looks like it's supposed to be cut in two pieces. It's hard to find that much, yeah. It looks like it's supposed to be cut in two pieces, and in that case, one seam would be like in the just middle of the back, and the second one would also come to the opposite side of the calf, but it would go somewhere from here, so on the practically underarm. So it's really hard to see something like that on the pictures. This thing. Where was that? Yeah, this sketch. This looks like a seam, and that would be the same seam in the front, because on the other side there are buttons, and this is clearly not the other side. This would be like this inside side, and that would suggest that there is supposed to be the second seam at the front. But they don't say it explicitly anywhere. Because I guess everyone just assumes that it's something obvious because everyone wears a morning coat. It's like the most popular garment ever. So why would they need to specify something like that? But yeah, I don't have a morning coat. I have no idea how it's supposed to look like in detail. Very confusing, yeah, very confusing. It's kind of annoying in all those historical texts that they assume something is common knowledge, but it stops being common knowledge after a century or couple centuries even. Yeah, that's Pinterest again. Read it. Yeah, this section that's supposed to have a seam is always in the shadow, so it's hard to see anything. But by the way, that's a very nice looking coat. Zoom out. That's a very nice looking coat. Very nice curve and everything. And yeah, as you can see, there is the waistcoat and the morning coat in the same material. So I think, like right now I can't find it again, but I read somewhere that roughly during that era, this was considered a suit, like matching morning coat and waistcoat and or pair of trousers. Because nowadays it's the other way around, kind of other way around. That's you're supposed to have matching. Well, you can have matching everything, but to be considered a suit, you have to at least have matching suit jacket and trousers, and you can have odd waistcoat. So that's quite interesting how it changed. But yeah, that has a very nice curve, and I would like to achieve a curve like that because my hips are quite wide and I have to accommodate for them. What is this? I've mentioned it, but the waistcoat has slit buttons. Is there anything else on this website? Search the guide. Style guide. Morning coat. Morning coats. Continue reading. I can't see anything in here. It's so annoying that this is the part that's never visible in the pictures. How about this one? Okay, this looks like a seam. And it would be the front seam. So that very strongly suggests that it is supposed to be in fact cut into pieces. This one also has a quite big of a curve. How to achieve something like that? Maybe I should have this part bigger. It would be kind of intuitive. Like with all recipes, you are meant to know how to make most common things. Yeah. And sometimes, also in the old recipes, I think, they just mention some like, I don't know, popular name for the most common, very common ingredient that's everywhere, and nowadays nobody uses it, and nobody even knows what this name means. So yeah, that's not very useful, very convenient. Yeah, I think that maybe I should make this part more curved. Well, main cam, because yeah, I was looking at this morning coat at my third mock-up at that point. And yeah, it doesn't have that much of a curve. This part is quite flat hanging, and maybe I should make these seams a bit more down, and also a bit bigger waist suppression. Take out a bit in here. I'm not sure about anything. I feel like I can't do anything. I don't know how to do anything. Maybe this should be higher, a bigger gap in here. And also, I think I will go back to 36 inches, because that would be fine. Technically, I can close it, but yeah, there will also I will also add canvas and everything, and also pockets, and the contents of the pockets. So it would get it would get quite tight in the chest area, I think. So I should probably go back to 36. I think it wasn't that bad. Which one was that? This. Now I don't know which one was the first one and which one was the second. I think this was the first. Yeah, this was the second. Well, I can just put it on, then I will know. A lot of pins. Yeah, this is very tight, so this is definitely the first one. I should maybe mark them. And this would be the second one. I think this was fine. This is center to center. Actually, I'm not sure if that's not even too small. Because, yeah, if I put a phone in here, it's showing quite a lot. Well, it will be less showing with all the canvas and stuff. This is just one layer of fabric, but this is quite a thick fabric. So I don't know. But yeah, I should probably go back to 36. Or maybe even more. I will consider that. So more mockups, I guess. But yeah, I think this looks worse. I made the second one better in terms of skirt. Or the third one I made better in terms of skirt. Well, I don't need those. Yeah, I think now this is much smoother. But still not enough of a curve. And that's fine if it was just straight hanging like that. But if I bring it closer, then it's creating those folds in here. To make a smaller waist, I think I should. Where is that? Where is that? Okay, to make a smaller waist, bigger curve at the waist, I think I should lower that or raise that distance between the top part, the body part, and the skirt. Because now it's, I think, a quarter of an inch. And also, I modified that on my third attempt, and that went a bit lower, and it helped. But I think I still have to do something in this area. I will probably think about this a bit tomorrow. I will do some tests. I would like off stream. I will do some tests, like to use some pins, pin it, make some how you call it? You know, how when you bring something fabric like that and then pin it. It's I knew this word, but I forgot. Anyway, yeah, I will probably adjust this a bit, do some tests in front of the mirror tomorrow off stream, and then make hopefully the final attempt, the final mock-up on Thursday. But now let's do the sleeve, test of the sleeve. Thirty, 35, 36, 37. And also I need a second one, because these are two sleeves. Or two parts of the sleeve. So yeah, that's this bigger part, this back part, and I can cut this away. Okay, so this is the back part. And now I can cut the front part. So this is the original draft. And now I will go over that line. And that. So yeah, that is the second part. Let's refine the elbow a bit. And I can cut this out from the fabric. I assume I will have enough, hopefully. I will have enough only for one sleeve. Yeah, I think there is no way I could fit both of them. So I will test only one sleeve. Now, how to cut this? This is the bottom part. From D to F. So it's supposed to go on the underarm, like this. Oh. Some complicated geometrical thinking. Yeah, this would be the outer side. So it's supposed to go like that. Yeah, outer side. Then the outer side of the sleeve will be this one. It wouldn't matter normally if I was making two sleeves, but it matters now because I want maybe actually. I can't look into the camera. Yeah, I can see it. But I think it fits better. The back part fits better on the left arm. So in that case, it should be the opposite. It should be like that. And I'm also thinking about cutting actually the whole making the whole or almost whole morning coat as a mock-up, so including also the canvas and so on, because I'm really unsure about this pattern and I'm really hesitant to make it out of a nice fabric. But I'm not sure if that's the best solution, because let's say I would make it out of some old bed sheets. The thickness of the fabric could match fairly closely, but it won't behave the same. The cotton won't behave the same as the wool. In terms of stretching and shrinking. Okay, and now the other half. And here I have to do even more thinking. Let's see. This was like that. This was the front part. And this is supposed to go around like that, I think. So this would be the outside for this arm, and this would be the outside for this arm. So it's supposed to go like that. Hey man, just finished picking berries. How goes the battle? It goes somehow it goes forward very slowly. Today it's gonna be a bit shorter stream because I'm only gonna do a test of the sleeve and then test of the collar. I would also like to test the color, and that will be it for today. Then tomorrow off stream I would like to do about a bunch of different tests with pins, like pin this third mock-up down in different places, like take out a bit in here and in there and see what will be the result, and then also read this book a bit. Maybe I will find some tips on some different pages. And then I don't think I'm sure this won't be the final pattern. So maybe on Thursday I will make the final pattern if everything goes well, and then I will make another mock-up out of a different fabric, and then maybe I will finally do the actual fabric this fabric that I plan to make the coat out of. And what is this? A black morning coat with waistcoat cut from the same cloth and trousers of a lighter shade, considered appropriate for both business and casual daytime wear. Plaids and small check tweeds were popular for casual wear. Where is that from? But yeah, I think I'm quite sure that I've read in some old book, either a tailoring manual or maybe some etiquette manual, and the fact that that like normal suit would consist of a morning coat and a waistcoat with matching fabric. And yeah, black morning coat, of course, would be like the classical one, the typical one, but I don't have any black cloth. And also it would probably have to be worsted cloth. It would normally be worsted cloth, not tweed. So that's something I should probably buy someday. For my next morning coat. If this comes out good, then my next one will be probably more classical one in black. From this side, history in making. Copy. History in making. Sack suit. Sack coat. That's interesting. Morning and Prince Albert coats. I would like to make spats one day. What? Like those. I think I even have enough just scraps of fabric for those. And I have to buy more detachable colors. Ones that I have are in pretty bad shape. Pretty worn. And that is nice. Maybe I should make one of those. With some nice pin in the middle. Decorative pin. So yeah, that's the other half. And let's connect those two pieces together. Go back. And forward. Now I'm thinking about this, and I have quite a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Like, I've been planning to do this and this and this. Now I have some more cables. So I want to modify the electrical wiring a bit in the basement, and then I would be able to connect my new networking switch, and also move my my server, my NAS, to the basement, to the new enclosure, rack-mounted case. without a rack. And then I will be able to connect all the stuff, the access point, for example, all the networking. And I also want to take care of this morning code, do a bit of reading. So looks like tomorrow it will be a very active day. Hopefully active, unless I end up just laying in bed all day and not actually doing anything. Okay, now I can spread this apart. It's a bit annoying that I have to force it apart like that. It would be definitely more convenient to be able to just press it. Did I? Yeah, I ran out of the thread and the bottom again, almost perfectly. So let's do this again. Clutch, this. I hate putting in those spools. I want more spools with the hole. Because just wrapping the thread around the spool as you push it in is quite annoying, quite fiddly. One more pass, I guess. Yeah, that will be enough. This spool is just barely too small, so the thread kind of gathers around at the end. It gets tapered like that. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's gathering kind of in the end. So it's just tapering outwards. And because of that, I have to limit the amount of thread I put on it. Now I have to put this thread back. Let's do a couple of passes across like that to make sure it doesn't doesn't rip. That the seams don't go undone. And then I will have to close the sleeve. This is the most annoying part. I can do it later. Because, yeah, there is a bit sticking out in here. Now over the elbow. This is a bit of a curve. And a curve that doesn't match perfectly. Okay, I went a bit too close in here. And now the hard part. I'm not sure if I will be able to do it at all on the machine. Because, yeah, that's super long and super narrow. And I don't feel like doing something like that by hand on a mock-up. The sleeves are something that's inconvenient even with doing by hand, and with the machine it's quite horrible. And there is so much more sleeve to do. Okay, I think I'm giving up. I will go back and then do just a bit from the other side so that it lays flat just around the armhole. I'm gonna have around 8 pounds of blackberries when they're done, I think. Like 3.5 kilos. Yeah, I always remember that a pound is roughly half a kilogram, not perfectly half, but for most cases this approximation is good enough. But yeah, that's nice. 3.5 kilos of blackberries. Anyhow, I got one of the boxes of rules. It looked really white when I was looking at just the pattern, but now I think it's not that bad. So yeah, this is supposed to be the left sleeve. I think left sleeve. Oh, it's quite tight. I don't think I did it correctly at the top. But let's try to attach this anyway. Yeah, this would go in here. And yeah, this was the front, this was the back. So this goes in here. Back goes somewhere in here. No, other way around. This was correct. It should be on this side, and this should be on the other side. So again, this is the front. It goes in like that. This will be the back. And the front will go somewhere in here. Yeah, I have to adjust this a bit. And let's spread this over this opening. seems like it is matching pretty well. And you're not supposed to attach this with a machine, but it's good enough for mockup. One of the pins got stuck. There is something creaking in this chair or stool. But I'm not sure in what place. At what point. And when I try to look into it, it just stops creaking. I think it just doesn't want to be fixed. Okay, now I can go around this and try to spread the seam. Or maybe it's fine like that. So let's see. It's actually much better when it's actually attached. Much easier to put on. So, how is it? I think quite good. And yeah, this seam, this second seam is not that visible. Like it's in the front. When I show my arm like that, you can see the seam in here. But otherwise, it's practically always hidden. Maybe I went a bit overboard with this position of the point E. Okay, Lord's going to work on the campsites again. Have fun. Yeah, I think this is fine. And then I should look into making a collar, make a pattern for collar. Yeah, when my arm hangs normally, it's practically in line with the side seam. And natural way is something like that, or natural way that that I decided on. But yeah, I think looks quite decent. And I think it's at the correct spot. The seam in here is right on the shoulder. I can go in front without any problem. What about being buttoned? That's a problem modern jackets often have. You practically can't move in them because the depth of sky is so low. So if you try to raise your arm, everything in here is dragging. But when I'm reading this manual, it's in here. When I'm reading this manual, they actually consider that fact that you have to have correct amount of material to allow for movement, for raising arms and stuff. You can clearly see that this is something that was designed for everyday use, instead of modern suits that are just for special occasions. And yeah, this was designed for everyday use, for working and stuff. So it was designed in such a way to allow actual movement. Looks so good. Yeah, I will have to look in the mirror to decide if it in fact looks good. But just from the camera, I think it's fine. I will have to raise the chest back to 36 inches probably, because that's, I think, a bit too small. It would be fine with just the one layer of material, but with all the canvas, pockets and stuff, and contents of pockets, it would be too tight. I think the contents of the pockets would be showing too much. So yeah, that is done. And now I can continue with the collar. Side body, forepart, the collar system, diagram 2. Which is confusingly written with Roman numerals. So for the longest time, I thought that it was diagram 11. Okay, this I can put back in here. And the collar system. System for cutting the collar is as follows. Make a mark on the front edge, B. Okay, front and edge B. It would be that mark on the front edge. Okay, I see. This is F. So this is supposed to go on the forepart. Make a mark on the front edge. A quarter of an inch from the top hole. Okay, I need more paper. Do I have more paper? This is 2. This is 3. Okay, mark on the top edge. Top button would be somewhere in here, I think. Yeah, and here it's roughly a little below the the depth of sky. So let's say in here. Make a mark on the front edge B 1/4 up from the top hole. And I'm not sure what they mean by top edge or front edge. Like this outermost most edge. I think. Like including the surplus material for the buttons. Mark up the hollow of the gorge H to asterisk. Half an inch less the depth of stand and draw a line from B through A. Okay, depth of stand. I think that was 1.5 inches. Where is the forepart? Forepart. Oh, here. Amount 22 to K. The amount to add for button stand varies according to the style of edge desired. For a bound edge at 1 inch, for a swelled edge at 1.25 of an inch, and a double stitch 1.5. So yeah, this was supposed to be this distance. First, I will copy this outline. By the way, I can move that a bit, and I don't need that. I have so many pieces of paper, pieces of stuff lying around. Pieces of fabric. This is point B. No, this is not point B. Point B should go 1/4 of an inch. The color system. Make a mark front edge B 1/4 of an inch up from the top hole. So this would be the top hole, 1/4 of an inch up would be in here. So this is the point B. Mark up from the hollow of the gorge H to asterisk, 1/2 inch less than depth of stand, so 1 inch. Hollow of the gorge, I guess somewhere in here. this would be H, and 1 inch away from that would be asterisk. And then make a line. From B through asterisk to A. Is that correct? That seems a bit close. Oh, I was trying to draw through the asterisk. I'm supposed to go through this point. And to A. A is somewhere up. A to C is the difference between the stand and the fall. Between the stand and the fall? What is the fall? What fall? C, curve crease row from C to asterisk. The fall. Fall bearer, and the part of the prod fall, trousers forming, no, this is something about trousers, fall down, rod falls, fall weight, in the cuff suiting from 12 to 16 ounces and overclothing 16, no, falling band, falling collar, sort of wine turned down collar, falling collar, C Prussian collar, and then there's false, so let's see Prussian collar. Yeah, I also need to learn the order of the alphabet. Prussian color, plain turned down color, without reverse or rappels. That doesn't help. How am I supposed to know what is the fall of the color? Crease curve row from C to asterisk. I think it's this curved part, like this this turned down part, the fall, is the difference between stand and fall. So let's say that this would be an inch also, then this looks like half an inch maybe. And also I'm not sure where is that edge supposed to be. This is B through asterisk to A. A to C is the difference between stand and fall, curve crease row from C to asterisk. C to D is the depth of stand, say 1 3/8 or 1.5. C to E is depth of fall. Okay, now they say the depth of fall. The depth of fall, say 1 5/8 to 1 3/4. So that's supposed to be a quarter of an inch. Obtain the length by measuring back from shoulder seam. Obtain the length by measuring back from the shoulder seam, the width of the back neck. Width of the back neck. This is the third. Yeah, this is the third. From the back seam, this would be 2.5. Yeah, practically perfectly 2.5. So yeah, this is 2.5. Obtain the length by measuring back from shoulder seam with the width of the back neck. Let line DC follow the run of the back seam. Let line DC follow the run of the back seam when the back neck is put a closing position to the collar. Let the line DC follow the run of the back seam Obtain the length by measuring back from the shoulder seam, the width of the measuring back from the shoulder seam, so here. This would be 2.5. I thought that they are telling me to take this measurement, not to apply it. So yeah, it would go up to here. And say depth of fall, say 1 5/8 to 1 3/4. 5/8. Well, I should probably do the bigger one. So this would be a quarter. This is point C. And then from C to D, depth of stand, this should be 1.5. And E, C to E, is supposed to be 1.75. Curve C to E sufficiently to allow it to go over the stand easily when made. Curve out from C to E sufficiently to allow it to go over the stand easily when made up. Okay, first H to D. I think it's supposed to be a straight line. Then square from D. This would be 1.5, and then 1.75 to this point. I think there was another picture of the collar, or maybe collar canvas. This is the cuff. What is this? Diagram 11, diagram 10. The system, neck point, waist depression, the lapel, diagram 10. Gives drawing finished back. No, it doesn't. Will speak of itself. Yeah, so it's this one. Summer frock, lapel, frock coat direct. It may be done in two ways. I don't see anything about those diagrams. The system. Hints on making. Yeah, looks like they are not referencing those diagrams anywhere. This is 55. So, from those diagrams, I think that this should curve outwards, but then how would I cut this? It wouldn't make much sense. But in here it says C to E, depth of, no, C to E, depth of fall, curve out from C to E sufficiently to allow it to go over the stand easily when made up. Maybe I'm supposed to cut it separately and then attach them together. That seems quite weird. Summer frog lapel forms the most conspicuous feature of garment. There is nothing else, right? Waistband diagrams, 4-part side body, skirt, lapel, should be made well moderately wide. Dress code color, order of dressing as follows, lay down forward. Difference depth. From 4 to 7. And think about 7. From 4 to 7, depth of fall, usually 1 3/4. Shape the fall color and as indicated, left of the color. Maybe it should be just straight. So yeah, let's assume it's straight. Curve out sufficiently. Let the front overlap at F. Depth of fall. So yeah, this would be E. This is depth of fall. 1 3/4. Obtain the length by measuring from the back shoulder. Let the line CD follow Let the line DC follow the run of the back seam. DC, follow the run of the back seam. Run of the back seam. No, this completely doesn't make any sense. Let the line DC follow the run of the back seam when the back neck is put in a closing position to the collar. Let the line DC. Okay, I think I understand that. Let the line DC follow this is the closing position to the collar, and it should follow this line. So I think that should be okay. Now what's next? DC follow the run of the back seam when the back is put in a closing position to the collar. Curve out from C to E sufficiently to allow it to go over the stand. Let the front overlap at F. F in here. Front overlap at F, 1/4 of an inch, and shape F to G at about right angles. This doesn't look very right. When F is placed in the closing position to the front. Okay, so I guess a bit less than the right angle. F, it would go up to here, maybe up to here, or in the middle. This would be F, and let it overlap 1/4 of an inch. 1/4. Let it overlap 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 is a lot. But yeah, that's fine. And now shape from here to this. And then at right angle, if this was straight. If there would be no overlap, then it would be right angle. Something. Maybe I do it with this. No, it can be right angle to this. Maybe next to the piece of paper. Is that right angle? Maybe it should go a little more. And then F to G should be what distance? I don't know what distance. I assume from here to C. So I assume that this depth, it would continue in here, and then from here straight line. Like that. C to E, obtain the length, D to C, curve out C to E sufficiently, let the front overlap at F 1/4 of an inch and shape F to G at about right angles. I assume this is fine. So this would be G. And that's supposed to be half of a color. Yeah, they don't say anything else. So I will cut this. Oh, hello Sapien. I fucked up cutting and measuring board from not paying attention like 10 times now. I'm about to start to breaking shit. That camera angle gives me vertigo. It's a bit crooked. Now it's supposedly straight, but you know it's from an angle, so this will never be straight. Yeah, so that's supposed to be half of a color, I think. And are you supposed to cut the color straight or on a bias? I'm pretty sure that the canvas for the color should be cut on a bias. Much better. It moves like that when I'm like moving it side to side. It always drops on one side. Manipulation, hints on making, manipulation, forepart, facing, sleeves. Anything about the color? Shoulder. Yeah, I don't think they say anything about the color. This is color canvas, and it is cut on bias. I'm not sure. I will try to cut it on bias. Oh, by the way, the ad starts in 1 minute, and I forgot to do the list. So make a sleeve mockup. This is done. Draft a pattern for a collar. This is also done. So this can go in here. Let's take some more of this fabric. Put this away. Put this away. And let's see. Where do I have my marker? Here. This goes from here to the end. I'm tempted to use spare pieces of laminate and glue them to the risers of my stairs and leave the carpet on the threads and overhang. What do you think of that? That's a complicated sentence. And that's what I think of that. To use the spare pieces of laminate and glue them to the risers of my staircase. What is the riser of a staircase? Like the front part of it? I don't know, I'm just guessing. Risers of my staircase and to leave the carpet on the threads and overhang. I don't know what I think of that. I think that I need to cut that out. Okay, so this should be the color. Riser is the plate front part, and thread what you step on. Okay, so again, glue them to the risers and leave the carpet on the threads and overhang. So it would be just pieces of carpet and then laminate panels in front. I don't know, it's fine, I guess. Though I prefer the look of that like narrower carpet, that the width of the stairs and continues throughout the whole staircase. But the carpet, a separate carpet on every step is also fine, I guess. Let's see. Like this. This is the center. That's about as good as I'm gonna get from you. I should probably first roll this away. Yeah, so the slight change of plans. Let's first roll the edge this way. I just realized that I'm rolling this in the direction it would be visible. Because this would be folded away. Well, I could also make attach this other way around, I guess. Okay, now I can attach this. And maybe I will do it like that. This would be the center. I'm losing pins. That's a really difficult spot. It's one of those places where you have to match concave part to the convex one. And when it's laid flat, then everything is fine, but when it's like side to side like that, it's super annoying. I hope that until Thursday I will get my RAM sticks back. My RAM memory will come back from warranty. Because I don't want to... Oh wait. Oh no, it's fine, never mind. I don't want to do like actual morning code, start making actual morning code from good fabric until I have my RAM back, because I want to record the process and make a YouTube video later out from that material, and my laptop can't handle recording and streaming at the same time. So I need my PC for that. And I don't want to use just the live stream footage, because then you have all the overlays, which I guess I could turn off, but also I think it's worse quality, so not perfect. not a perfect situation. And then other way around. Now I will turn this. I had to comfort order 5 more Mountain Dews. I don't drink any energy drinks. I think one day I got a free Red Bull, like it was a gratis for something with some other stuff, and then I think I took a few sips and just dumped the rest into the sink because it tasted horrible. Okay, so that's the color. Yeah, I think opening of the lapels would be something like that. And symmetrically on the other one. And let's see. Can I see anything in here? I think this is fine. Yeah, I think it looks acceptable. It's really hard to see from that distance. But yeah, I think that's fine. So that color pattern seems to be correct. And yeah. Is it straight now? So, the ad starting in 1 minute. So, I'm not gonna do anything else today because I don't really want to start cutting anything from the actual fabric, and also I have to do some more tests, like stand in front of the mirror, attach some pins. Where can I take out some of the materials, when I can maybe add something or whatever. And yeah, I need to think a bit about. I will snooze that. Snooze. I snoozed for 5 minutes. So yeah, I have to think about a bit in front of the mirror what I want to still fix, what I want to alter a bit, and then I will do this tomorrow off stream, and then on the Thursday, because tomorrow is gonna be my day off as always. On Thursday, I will hopefully start making the final pattern, and maybe also no, I won't start making the actual morning coat out of the final material, final fabric. I will still make at least one mock-up. But yeah, I hope that I will be able to record that on Thursday, and that's it for today. I don't have anything more to do. So today was a bit of a shorter stream, and yeah, I'm gonna go back home, do a bit more home renovation, and see you on Thursday. Bye. Oh, I clicked I clicked too early. Yeah, see you on Thursday. Bye.